I didn't own a flexshaft handpiece when I first learned jewelry making over 2 decades ago. Actually, I don't remember which one I was provided at school. What I remember is, when I needed one at my studio, I didn't know which one to choose. So when my budget was tight, it took me months to decide which one I was paying my hard-earned cash to get. If you're at the point of looking for your first flexshaft handpiece, let me show you the 4 handpieces that I own and how I make my purchase decision. As I only use 2 of them these days, I will also tell you why. And of course, I will show you how to install each of them. From left to right, this shows the order in which I bought them. The first one is the Fold'em Slimline handpiece. This is the first handpiece I have ever owned myself. After comparing all the available handpieces in the market, I chose this one for 2 simple reasons. First, this is a reliable brand. I want good quality tools. I bought this one over 15 years ago, and it is still working as well as the first day it came out of its packing box. I have never done anything to maintain it. Second, among all the handpieces of this brand, this was the lightest and shortest at the time. It weighs less than 3 ounces. I consider myself not physically strong, so I worried that if it was too heavy, I would strain my arm. I didn't want to make my job unnecessarily harder than it needed to be. To open the collet, I have to rotate the internal shaft to align the 2 holes. Put the pin through the hole here and twist the chuck wrench anti-clockwise. Now, a drill can go in. To lock the collet, twist the chuck wrench clockwise. Once the drill bit is locked in, remove the pin. So when I press my foot pedal, the drill will rotate. What I really like about this handpiece is that it has a tapered finger grip section here. This enables me to hold it like a pen. My hand is quite small, but it's very comfortable to hold. The matte finish on the surface allows me to have a very firm grip when using different accessories. This is the second one I bought. It's a quick change handpiece. About 10 years ago, this version caught my attention. To open the collet, all I need to do is to push the quick release lever to one side. When this is done, the collet extends and opens up a little bit. Once the accessory is in, just flip back the handle and the collet retracts and lock tight onto it. Basically, to close it, simply push the lever back. This entire process literally takes less than 3 seconds. For the slimline handpiece, changing an accessory is a time-consuming and clunky process. It takes me almost a minute altogether to change from one accessory to another. So I thought, If I change 10 drill bits a day, using the quick change handpiece could save me about 10 minutes a day. I work 6 to 7 days a week. That would save me an hour a week. Add this up to a year. It means 52 solid hours spent changing accessories. For this reason, I was sold on the quick change handpiece. That's why I shifted to this design with no hesitation. This model weighs about 1 ounce more than the slimline handpiece, which is about 32 grams. Now looking back, I think I was overthinking the weight difference between these two models. It was really not that much. As I was happy with my first handpiece from Fordham, my second one is also from the same brand. If you look into the back of both handpieces, you can see the section of the internal shaft looks like a letter C. There's a gap in the tube, into which the flex shaft clicks. To install these two handpieces onto the flex shaft, I align the key tip inner cable with the one inside of the handpiece and push it in. When I hear the crispy clicking sound, I know my handpiece is connected properly. The third one I own is this golden one from Balkan, a Turkish brand. As I was sold on the notion that the quick change handpiece could save me lots of time. The third one I have is also a quick change handpiece. I got it when I was in Antwerp. The difference between this one and the previous one is that they connect to a different style of flex shaft. If you look into this end of the handpiece, the section inside looks very different. The gap in the internal shaft goes right through the tube, bisecting it. So to install this onto the flex shaft, I first need to align the bar-shaped cross-section of the flex shaft to fit into the gap in the internal shaft of the handpiece. This then allows this external catch to click into place. To align them, it might take a few attempts. But once the handpiece is installed, as long as you don't need to change the handpiece, you can just leave it attached. The reason I bought this one was, I was in Antwerp at the time, and so I was supporting a European brand. I got it along with the matching flex shaft. Also, as I have 2 benches, I'm using the Fordham handpiece for jewelry making, and the Balkan one for stone setting. The last one I have here is actually exactly the same as the golden one. Same brand, same structure, and same style. The only difference is the color. The reason why I got the second version of the same handpiece is that one day, the collet on this golden one wouldn't open anymore. I disassembled it completely and still couldn't get it back to work again. After trying to fix it for an afternoon, I decided to get a replacement. But guess what? 1 week after the new one arrived, the golden one started working perfectly again for no apparent reason. Both of the Balkan handpieces have been working perfectly well since that single incident. That's why I ended up with 2 of the same design. Because I like the silver one slightly more than the golden version, I've put the golden one aside as a spare, just in case for a rainy day. That's why I use my 2 quick change handpieces daily, and I'm retiring the slimline handpiece and this golden one as well. If I have to choose from the very beginning again, and if I was only allowed to have 1 handpiece, I would get the Fordham quick change handpiece, because it simply saves time and it has never failed on me for over 10 years. Hopefully this helps you to choose your handpiece, and I will see you in the next video.